the middle of all of this, if you're planning a holiday and don't have too many leaves, you can now think of traveling by air instead of time-consuming trains, that is. Air passengers are being offered a New Year bonanza. Airline companies are planning to cut fuel surcharge in a big way, making air travel much cheaper.
Travelling by air has not been a viable proposition of late. With airfares constantly on the rise, passengers have moved to cheaper options like rail or road. Conscious of the fall in the passenger volumes, airlines are now planning to bring down fares. The fall in the aviation fuel prices and the pressure from the government to cut fares are having the desired effect on the airline companies.
The fuel prices have come down and they can afford to bring the fares down in order to attract more passengers and thus fill up more planes.
In fact, the fare cut was long overdue, but citing losses, airline companies were reluctant. In August this year, ATF prices stood at a record 67,000 rupees a kilolitre, but that has halved to almost 32,000 rupees a kilolitre in December. However, in the same period, fares have only fallen by a mere 400 to 600 rupees, which is only a fall in the fuel surcharge. For example, a Delhi-Mumbai flight cost 6,700. In August, it stood at a peak of 7,300 rupees.
Yes, the fuel prices are high, and because they've been given a concession on the aviation fluid, they should be reducing prices for us also.
The fall in the passenger inflow and growing operational costs have resulted in major losses to low-cost airlines. Some of them either merged with the bigger players or were forced to shut shop. Industry experts believe that the options before the airline companies are limited.
So once they start to bring that price point down, I think they'll have to fix it up extremely cautiously in order to ensure that they don't get in the same ruckus as what they had in the last year, so that they keep on, if they don't sell below their cost prices.
Airlines' main high prices are needed for their financial viability, but the fall in the passenger volumes has defeated their purpose. So they are now looking for a new formula, reduce fares and hope this will increase passenger volumes. But will the new year with its new fares bring new cheer for airlines? Only time will tell. The fuel prices have been reduced by more than 50% over the last 2 months. Airline companies continue to charge more, citing recession. But with the load factors falling drastically, most of the airline companies are now considering scaling down their prices. They have probably realized that volumes and not margins hold the key to their survival. With cameraman Ajay in New Delhi, Amit Mukherjee, Headlines Today.
A good time to travel yet again. Coming up next in the news here on Headlines Today, Pakistan raises no war with India placard